Hello, my name is Shannon Grogan, and I am doing this online presentation of the country of New Zealand. Now, New Zealand is a small island in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. It's part of the Oceania continent. It's located 1,000 miles due east of Australia, and actually Australia is its closest neighbor. The countryside is mostly mountainous, and ironically, it's about the same size as the state of Colorado, USA. So imagine the state of Colorado in the middle of the Pacific Ocean. Yeah, that's very similar to what New Zealand's like. The climate there is mostly mild. They get plenty of sunshine, moderate amounts of rain, and they have very few extreme weather days. And actually, the temperatures in the wintertime very seldomly fall below 40 degrees, and in the summertime, the average temperature is about 73. So you would think with this paradise-like weather, land and weather, that this country would be overpopulated with people. But actually, it's just the opposite. It's pretty sparse. Of the population, there's only 4.43 residents there. Of the population, it's 74% Europeans, 15% Maoris, 12% Asians, 7% the Pacific people, and 1% all other nationalities combined. Other social norms, the New Zealanders are more traditional in their daily routines and very practical. When they meet new people, they're very generally open and friendly to them. When they're not in their work mode and they have downtime, their conversations generally range from leisure time to family time. Even though they are very independent people, they are also curious, intrigued by the outside world. This surprised me actually. 2/3 of all New Zealanders read the newspaper every day. And not only that, many of them have adopted Western style clothing and fashions. So yeah, these people are definitely interested, curious of their outside world. As far as greetings, the New Zealanders are very similar to the American style. Handshake is most common. If the people know each other very well, hugs are appropriate. And during conversations, they need their space. They don't want to be right up in space because it's just awkward. And yeah, don't have to go there. Oddly though, this surprised me, the younger traditional New Zealand woman does not feel comfortable accepting friendly gestures from men. For instance, if a guy tries to open the door for her, it just makes her feel uncomfortable. It just doesn't seem right. However, if an elderly woman climbs onto a bus and a younger gentleman offers her his seat, that is still considered appropriate and polite. So other than that, yeah, the social customs of the New Zealanders are very similar to American ways, and that's my piece on that. Onto the economic norms. The economy there is mostly industrialized, and they depend heavily on free trade. Surprisingly, agriculture is their number one source of free trade, exports, and only 7% of the population is employed in agriculture. Some of their most popular products of agriculture include wool, and New Zealand is the number one wool exporter in the world, lamb, beef, fruit, fish, cheese, wine, and other timber products. Another strong attribute that contributes to the nation's success and prosperity is tourism. Now, not being surprised by the paradise-like place that a lot of people go there for vacation time. During the activities of vacation time, it consists of hiking, river rafting, skiing, wildlife watching, and then also, other outdoor activities. Now, with all these avenues of economic growth, The real gross domestic product per capita is 30,400, which has doubled since the 1980s. Now, this increase in economic growth signifies strong economy and strengthening of the middle class. Last thing I'd like to talk about that's contributing, an attribute that's contributing to their economic growth per capita is the low unemployment rate. Yes, the rate is hovering right around 6%. This is allowing for less of a burden on the government supplement programs and allows the government to utilize its funds in other beneficial ways. That's my spot. That's my that's what I wanted to elaborate on today. Thank you for your time.